So imagine being put on drugs without your consent, and even worse, when they're trying to brainwash you or mind control. Many people know that the government has many secrets, but this particular top secret is brutal. So today I will be informing you about the 1953 top secret experiment by the CIA called MK Ultra program. I will be telling you about the background, the experiment itself, and the aftermath. So MK Ultra was used to brainwash or mind control the psychiatric patients, soldiers, and or prisoners. The director of the CIA at the time was Allen Dulles. He had a degree in law from Princeton University, and the conductor of the experiments was Sidney Gottlieb, and he had a PhD in chemistry, and he was also a poison expert. So at the time, it was the Cold War, and the US government actually discovered that the communists were using drugs on their soldiers for brainwash. They were brainwashing them. So the US decided to do experimenting of their own. These experiments were funded by universities, research centers, and they were conducted in prisons because who's going to suspect the top secret experiments being done in prisons? Okay, so now that I have talked a little bit about the background, I'm going to tell you about the experiments itself. So I researched two people who actually volunteered. They were lied to, obviously. One of them was Ken Earl, and he was in the Air Force. He volunteered to help find the cure for the common cold. And he was actually given sarin, which is a very lethal nerve agent. Let's just say that he was happy he was released into the fresh air, or else he would have suffocated. And the other volunteer was a crime boss from Alcatraz, actually, and his name was Whitney Bulger. He volunteered to find the cure for schizophrenia, and he realized that he was actually being used as a guinea pig because he realized that he was given LSD for a year and nothing was happening besides him being crazy. So it wasn't only the drugs though. They were using electroshock mostly. They would give high levels of electroshock, and when they were done with them, they would put a helmet and it would give them repetitive messages just trying to erase their lives and change their behaviors. Okay, so now that I've talked about the experiment, talking about the aftermath. So Sidney Gottlieb actually came to a conclusion that it is impossible to brainwash someone and, completely take over a human mind. And he was going to have to end it anyway because they had gotten a new director for the CIA. And Gottlieb actually decided that he wanted all records and evidence of this project destroyed. Luckily, some records were placed somewhere else and were not destroyed. So research was able to be made. So he destroyed many lives, obviously, and families were devastated. So they decided to file a class action lawsuit. And they just wanted compensation and, honestly, a public apology. Even though some didn't get compensation because they were not damaged enough, which is completely not okay. But that happened. So this concludes my 1953 top secret experiment by the CIA. I talked about the background, the experiment, and the aftermath. secrets stay hidden, but a secret like this makes you realize how the government is corrupt and how they are capable of committing just evil.